on, y'all? It's DG back with another video, and today going to give y'all an in-depth performance review on these bad boys right here. This is the Nike Kobe 6 Protro, specifically in the Italian camo colorway. So let's get right into it. So I have done Kobe 6 Protro reviews for the past few years now. I try to do one on each of the colorways, but basically the Kobe 6 is my favorite basketball shoe of all time. I've been playing in it for over a decade now, even with the OGs. I grew up playing in those. Starting with the traction is very good on the Kobe 6 Protro. One thing specifically about this colorway though is that it is not translucent, so it is a solid rubber outsole pattern. And with that comes two things. One, a lot of people just don't like translucent outsoles, and then that's good because you don't really see a lot of dirt. And then two, it is very clean, I guess. It's like, this is easy to clean. It doesn't look too worn down. Now, the traction is very good performance-wise, but I do have some fraying, in my hotspot areas in the forefoot. Not sure how well you guys can see that, but it is pretty normal with Kobe 6s and pretty much generally any basketball shoe to get wear and tear just a little bit on your hotspot areas in the forefoot. So in terms of performance, the traction is very good. In terms of durability, I don't think I would take these outdoors, although, do whatever you want with the shoe that you have, right? Do whatever you want with the shoes that you buy. I would just say from a durability standpoint, it's probably not going to last you too long. The last thing I'll say about the traction is very important, but you do need to break this traction in. It's not going to be the best out of the box. It's going to squeak, it's going to grip, but in order for it to improve, in order to get the maximized performance from the traction itself, you do need to break this shoe in, not only with the traction, but with also, other areas as well. So I'll dive into those, but you do need to break the traction in. Once you do, after a couple of hours, after a couple runs, after a couple sessions, this traction is going to be A1. In terms of the cushion setup, it is very good as well, and very versatile for all positions, all weights, all play styles, all heights, etc. So what it consists of is, the main thing is Zoom Turbo in the forefoot, and you can really feel it, and it feels very bouncy as well. That's one of the best things about the Kobe 6 Protro, is that it feels extremely bouncy, to me at least, me personally. Again, all of this information in this video is subjective. It is my own personal review and my own personal opinion, but the Kobe 6, I feel like, is one of the more bouncy shoes that I've ever played in, and the cushion setup really aids that. I also feel like the Kobe 6 Protro has a lot of impact protection as well. It's not going to be like, crazy full-length Zoom Strobel with top of, Zoom X foam or something like that, but the entire shoe in terms of cushion is still very, very solid in terms of impact protection. So you're getting that bounce, you're getting that comfort, you're getting that impact protection, and also you're getting a lot of court feel as well. But I will say, and relay back to my earlier point, that you do need to break the shoe in. It may feel a little bit high off the ground when you first start playing in the shoe, especially if you're not used to it. But once you break the cushion in, once you break that traction in, and then I will segue into the fit. Once you break in the fit, it will feel a little bit lower to the ground, which is great for that versatility that I was talking about, right? Like, you don't want to feel too high up off the ground, because if you do, you're not going to be able to do any moves pretty much, unless you're like a big guy who doesn't need to be shifty or anything like that. The fit of the shoe is a little bit tricky. Right off the bat, I would recommend going a half size up if you are a wide or flat footer, or you're just like a bigger guy or girl who needs a little bit more room in their shoes. I would recommend going a half size up. Now, for this performance review, I did go with my true to size because I wanted to feel much closer to, the shoe. I've been really liking true to size fits lately because I feel a lot faster in a true to size fit, just because it just feels like more of an extension of my foot, right? Like, I don't have any delays or anything like that. So for the Italian camo, I did performance test this in my true to size. I do have every Kobe 6 Protro colorway, and basically most of them are in a half size up. Actually, I think all of them are in a half size up. But I did want to go with my true to size here just to see, kind of the difference. Mostly I do play in a half size up again, but I will say that the fit was painful to start. It was very painful. The break-in process was really tough for me just because I have both a wide and flat foot, and like, it really is tough. But after I broke it in, guys, it felt amazing. It felt great. I really loved the one-to-one fit. So that's what I would say. Now, I have so much experience playing in a half size up, and the break-in process is still bad, but it's not as bad and it doesn't hurt that much. But if you go true to size, then it's probably going to hurt. At least in my opinion. Well, again, I am a flat and wide footer, so it probably hurts more for me than for other people. But that's my synopsis on the fit. Go half size up if you don't want to deal with, you know, that type of pain by going true to size. But if you like a snug one-to-one fit, then I would go true to size, especially if you're like a fast guard who just likes snug fits. The support of the Kobe 6 Protro is also very good. There are two things that stand out in terms of the support. One, it is the wide base. It also comes with an outrigger. You guys can see that right there. And then the second thing is the heel counter. So the heel counter is very pronounced, it is very rigid. So what that means is that you're going to feel very locked into the shoe. So the support for me, I had no issues. Again, like I keep saying, this is a versatile shoe for all positions in my opinion. The weight of the shoe is very good. I will not say that this is the lightest shoe in the world. However, it is still very light in my opinion, especially for the cushion, the traction, the looks, the support. It's actually really crazy how light this shoe is with all of those things being very elite at the same time. The second thing that I will say about the weight and also the support, I guess, is that it does come with a carbon fiber shank plate. So that adds a little bit of weight, but it also adds more support. It adds a little bit more bounce as well. So there's a little bit of a trade-off there, but at the same time, this is a very light shoe. Like, there's no way that people will say this shoe is heavy. I don't think. Like, the Kobe 6 Protro is a very, very, I would say, like a mobile shoe. Like, you can really move in this shoe if you want. And so it fits pretty much all positions in my opinion. In terms of the colorway, guys, this is one of the better Kobe 6 Protros that we've seen retro from the OGs. And I really like it. Now, it is very clean, and the crimson red swoosh, as well as the lining and the details on the tongue, really do make this shoe pop in terms of colorway. At the same time though, it is very clean because it is a pretty muted color. It also comes with a solid rubber outsole, which is also cool because this shoe looks like brand new, right? Every single time that you wear it, which is a very good sign, especially if you're going to pay resale like I did for this pair. I did pay, you know, obviously resale price. So I like the fact that the shoe looks pretty much new every time that I pick it up. And the only place that you will see signs of wear and tear, if you look closely, like not at first glance, is the outsole as well as the cushion setup right here in the midsole. This midsole is Cushlon, by the way, so it will have a little bit of compression marks as well. So it does, you know, serve that benefit, but it will look a little bit creased, which is fine. But in terms of the colorway alone, this is a very clean colorway that I do think is great for people who don't want something too loud, because it is pretty much muted in my opinion outside of the swoosh. So should you buy the Kobe 6 Protro Italian Camo? I would say yes, but only if you can afford it, if you have the budget. And then two, only if you want to try the Kobe 6 Protro, right? Because I will say that although I do think this is the best basketball shoe of all time, in my opinion, I will also say that there are other alternatives that you can still get buckets in. Like, you don't need this shoe to play well. You can play well, and obviously, you know, this is a fact, in other shoes, right? And they cost like $100. Like the LeBron 21, amazing product, right? So much cushion in that shoe, pretty good traction. You know, the fit is pretty good as well. Like, the materials are nice, colorways are nice. Those are going for $80, $85, $90 on Nike.com right now, which is literally a fraction of what this shoe will cost you if you paid resale, right? So like, that's my point. This shoe is amazing. I would say it's the GOAT of all shoes. This colorway is very nice, but at the same time, you can still get alternatives, and I'm just being real with that. I love the Kobe 6 Protro. It's my favorite basketball shoe of all time, but I'm not going to tell you to buy this product simply because I think that way. You can still get buckets in other shoes. For all of my collectors out there, for all of my hoop shoe heads and who collect hoop shoes like I do I think this is worth it? I would say yes. To the common person who's just looking to play basketball, do I think it's worth it? Probably not, unless you can afford it. So leave a comment down below and let me know what you guys think of the Kobe 6 Protro Italian Camo. Super clean colorway. Very glad to have this pair in the collection. I would say one con is the fit. and break-in time. You do need to break in the traction, the cushion, as well as the fit. And then the other con is that just a resale is very high, right? The pros is pretty much the performance after you break it in. This is an extremely good performer. And one of the few shoes that I actually feel bouncy in, which is very rare because I can't really jump anymore. But this shoe makes me feel like I can jump just a little bit. So that speaks volumes to how good this shoe is. But again, you know, that price point is kind of crazy on resale market. So it's one of the cheaper Kobe 6 Protros. It's probably the cheapest Kobe 6 Protro by far, I think. I haven't really checked market today, but this shoe is very good. If you can afford it, then go get it. And if you want it, then go get it. But there are other alternatives out there. So leave a comment down below letting me know what you guys think. Did you get a W on this pair? Are you going to pay resale? Did you just like give up? You're not going to pay resale at all? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you really like my content, guys, all you have to do is like, subscribe, and comment, because those are the 3 ways that you can most support me on this channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. Follow me on all socials at TG Hoops, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.